Shelton reaches first Masters 1000 final at National Bank Open. It's huge. Ben Shelton entered his semifinal at the National Bank Open, presented by Rogers, with a plan, and he wasted no time executing it to perfection Wednesday night. Sure, he had to wait a little while to actually hit the court. His matchup against fellow American Taylor Fritz delayed first by a marathon matchup between Khachanov and Alexander Zverev that lasted nearly 3 hours, and then by technical issues. But once the night's second semifinal got underway, Shelton was quick to launch into his game, and he made quick work of Fritz with a straight sets victory to earn a berth in his first ever Masters 1000 final. I think for me it was about keeping him moving, keeping him off balance, mixing up the way that I play, but playing within my limits and being really solid, said Shelton, who took the match by a score of 6-4, 6-3 in just 78 minutes, half the time of the first semifinal matchup. Wednesday's pair of semifinal matchups couldn't have been more different from one another, where Khachanov versus Zverev was long in rallies, in set length and total match time, and short on momentum for either man. Shelton's win over Fritz was fast and furious, short and sweet, and it was worth the light, delivering quick thrills thanks to Shelton's aggressive approach and bursts of joy from the crowd with every blazing ace, sneaky drop shot, and equally energetic return between the friends-turned-frenemies. And truthfully, Shelton didn't mind the late start time. "I'm cool. I don't mind when there's a lot of time," he said, when asked about the timing and the wait. "For me, I struggle a bit more if I'm rushed. That's why I warm up really early. Actually, playing late in the night, it helps me a lot," he added. It certainly appeared that way. Shelton, currently ranked 7th in the world and seeded 4th at the tournament, was in fine form. He posted 7 aces and outdueled Fritz, a number 2 seed in this tournament, and the 4th-ranked player on the ATP circuit, in long rallies with aggressive net front play. Shelton's entertaining Lin rallied the crowd too, which embraced both American stars. His antics after points won, a raised hand, a wave to the crowd to keep cheering, a shout of excitement following a rally between the friends-turned-frenemies, had the Toronto fans hanging on his every shot. His most notable one came deep into the second set, when Shelton lured Fritz to the net before sending a drop shot careening over his head to break serve and set himself up on a path to victory. "I hit a pretty good drop shot, so he was close to the net. The ball sat up a little bit, so that made it easier," Shelton said of the shot post-match. "For me, that's a shot since I've been a kid I've always been really good at. The better and better that I hit my backhand, the more versatile I become with it." Fritz, on the other hand, wasn't at his best. His third double fault of the night was ultimately his undoing, but on a hazy night in Toronto, under the lights of center court, it was clear who held the momentum in this one. Awaiting Shelton in Thursday's final is Khachanov, who earlier Wednesday knocked off the tournament's top seed, number 3-ranked Alexander Zverev, in a marathon matchup that lasted nearly 3 hours and required a tiebreaker to produce a winner. Khachanov's 6-3, 4-6, 7-64 victory was a closely contested back-and-forth affair that saw the opponents take turns holding serve. It was the kind of matchup that required precision over power, though there was plenty of the latter, particularly in Zverev's signature strong serve, with Khachanov taking advantage of the few opportunities his top-seeded opponent allowed. And while the match went down to the wire and late into the night, Zverev felt the match was ultimately lost in the early goings of the evening when he allowed Khachanov a chance to take the lead when he broke serve early in the first set to go up 3-1. "I didn't feel my best on the court, didn't play my best tennis," Zverev said post-match, critical of his own performance. "The first set was terrible, so I kind of gave him a head start, and he's too good to not use that." Following the crucial first set, neither Khachanov nor Zverev gave his peer much room for error, with both men holding serve until the final game of the second set, when Zverev pushed the match to a third with a well-timed break. A tightly contested third set went to a tiebreaker, where Zverev had Khachanov on the ropes, up 3-1, only to give up the lead and ultimately the match with a pair of unforced errors. "It's upsetting that I lost this match," a dejected Zverev explained post-match.